fuck you think this is?
Like, it's usually when non-black people good at black people shit, black people get them extra point. That was I love that line when he said that to him.
We not about to get into
And
that.
then he said that to Real Sikh.
I mean,
Yeah,
at the same.
Do that one.
Nah, I mean, you mentioned let's do it.
You want to do the battle tonight?
Nah, let's do that one. Let's do that one. Because I mean, you brought up the one part that was like, really, I can't believe Danny really had that angle for a Sikh though. I mean, at the same time,
his setup was, I ain't gonna pull a race car, but
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was like he's like, I ain't gonna drive in or something. But I mean, we all know like, I mean, I did research on
Danny was gonna lose before that because I feel like Real Sikh came with a different flow. He came with a Danny flow. He was rapping like Danny to me, bro. Like that's how I felt like he was rapping in the first round. He was trying to rap.
He had that Bone Thug fast flow that he usually do. I think he was rapping like Real Sikh. But nah, hold up. We just know like what he say. He said I didn't want to stress this joint. He that's what he said. I didn't want to stress this joint. But when non-black people do, I was like, all right, where you heading at? Because I don't be liking the racist boys. I like some of them. I like the turban boys. I ain't gonna lie, because we used to make them jokes growing up. So I get that one. It's ignorant, but I like those angles. But at the same time, when they come to, it's benign for me to say that. But at the same time, though, I didn't like that. I didn't know where he was going. They get extra points, so it's not really Sikh. Real Sikh one of ours. It's like it's not like he necessarily a white man saying that. So it's like I get it, but South Asians and I did like I said I would Punjabi if I'm saying their right because I was messing their name up. I feel like I was messing their name when I did the Real Sikh versus Mike P battle when I did the beginning part. I just feel like I was doing some more research into like just into the religion Sikh. And I ain't get too deep into it, but I did get the meaning of it was a student, you know what I mean, like discipline. And then speaking of that, Danny had mentioned what he said. He had another line where he was talking about what he say. He said, I'm doing that. What he say? I'm doing all that again. I can't find the line, but with my notes that I had from that line, that particular line you mentioned. But he talking about while y'all was worshiping Guru. I was listening to Gangstar or something like that. That was funny, but it just you know what I mean. It just he touched on it a few times. But my point in saying all that is I didn't really like that part too much. I guess I'm picky with it. I mean, you can do it. Hey, that's me personally, y'all. I understand it, but I keep doubling down on it because I understand why he said it. But at the same time, I didn't appreciate it. Nothing to do with him in Jersey. Just him as a person. Like Real Sikh is not that like that. You trying to make it seem like. So I get what you mean. I can see it Real Sikh not. If he wasn't like doing whatever, but it's actually people out here that is racist.
So you feel like that doing all that?
Nah, of course not. That's why he said he didn't want to touch on it too more. He just that was more. I feel like that was a filler line for Danny. And it's funny that he all the stuff he didn't remember. He remembered that.
I get what you're saying.
But he forgot too much stuff to just remember that.
Basically, Danny was calling Real Sikh a culture vulture, and you saying that's not true at all.
And I don't think Danny believed that either. That just was the angle that he wanted to use for battle rap sense. You know what I mean? Because
you got to try to hurt your opponent by any means. Like you can't hold back just because anything might be
I mean, it's a lot of communities that should read up on racism, not just white people. There's a lot of them. I mean, they always like to say black people can't racist, but we never get into that. But it's a lot of other communities that should read into it and teach themselves about it. You know what I mean? Because they all internalize the oppressiveness, you know what I mean? The white narrative, they all do. You know what I mean? Like from telling their kids, not to stay out too long. You know what I mean? That's why you sign. They all do. So it's like, they all do that. It's like, the market themselves to like a fair skin shade or what's more acceptable. But that's all I'm getting though. I thought like, all the bullet points you could think of. Why though? Because we're the number one culture in the world. Like I don't know, like we get appropriated all the time. So it's like by the youth. I ain't gonna say we're appropriated by the youth, but the youth love us. That's why it's just the old standards. Old standards gotta go. But I ain't gonna get too much into that. It's just they go making derogatory statements to blacks. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that need to inform themselves. I ain't understand why you put that towards him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Telling your kids stay away from black people. Let me find my bars. Be careful who you hang out with. Stuff like that. Burying your skin color in the lightening cream and all that.
Let me get into a real sick bar. Like, it's not a bar.
They
It's a
use the N
statement. I
word
like
for
when I say
sure.
it. Like,
That's why we don't even use it. We don't even use it. Like we how you been doing on not saying N word? Too. I meant to ask you that since I brought it up.
I actually like saying N word.
No, I'm saying,
N-word.
but I'm talking about the real word. How you been doing on saying that and every day?
I don't know. I don't be talking to nobody like that.
That's a good point too.
Day.
But it seems like whenever I run into somebody, I'm always running into black people who use it, and especially I'm I'm in the South, and so it just seemed like I don't know. It just seemed like they feel like they gotta use it or they expect me to use it. And it's like I don't even acknowledge the fact that I don't use it anymore. I just don't. And it's like remember these people don't know me, so it's like when I did like those did I ever use it? Like was I ever I don't know. That's why I say it's hard to commit to even not cursing because it's a lot. So many other people ain't doing it, and people like to look down on you when you try not to do that. But anyway though, they like the princess at the bad guy. It's so many things like. They always making racist jokes. So many people making racist jokes that just black people we just don't. It's just so many things like I don't know that insinuates. That's exactly what you said. It insinuates, but it wasn't. So um mm, go ahead. What you say? I had to cut you off. You had to say you was about to get
Yeah,
into
I
a
had
what?
a
Engage in
little statement. Real sick said. He said, "You might
stereotypes.
be the bar god, but you just set up Satan." I like when he said that to Danny.
That was fire. That was fire.
It was.
You know what's crazy though?
You just set up Satan. I was like, yo, why would he say that to him? Just because, like, bar,
Because he was
it was
talking about
just
how
funny because
he had a percentage and he said some a lot of his stuff don't make sense before it gets to something. But it's funny
no,
because what?
I just like everything Real Sick was doing in that battle,
I,
not taking nothing away because Danny
I like
didn't
everything
want
Real
to
Sick was
rap and
doing too.
continue with anything. It was just like I just like when he was anything he had any reference to Bar God, it was fire to me. Cause he had another line where he was like, Bar God, you ain't the Bar God of Ish. Like,
Right. I got
like
that line too,
he was
yeah.
like he was breaking that down. Like I got that somewhere. I gotta look for it. Good.
I'm gonna jump to real third. Because remember I told you how I liked how Chilla had broke down B Dot. He kinda had like a little thing kinda like that to Danny.
Mm-hmm.
Um dang, where's it at? Oh man, it was a lie in Real Sick third. It was just that part where Real Sick was like nah, hold up before I get to the part. Remember when Real Sick was like he was like, man, I apologize, man. And then he was like, nah man, it's cool, it's cool, it's
Oh,
cool.
Chill wanted to say that. Chill wanted to say
He
that.
said,
I got that down. He's like, I apologize. Then he was like, it's my fault. He's like, nah, my third crazy. I had to steal it from you. I had to steal it from you.
but
That's a
why?
haymaker.
I
And
just kept it quiet. I
that
let
wasn't
you
even
get
no
it. I let
bar.
you get it. I let you get it. Nah,
That
that
wasn't
was
even
a
no fucking
haymaker.
line.
He's like, nah, because my
It
my
wasn't even a
third crazy.
line though, but I wrote that down as talking. He's like, then he was like, yo, man, I apologize. He's like, yo, really? You ain't got nothing else? He's like, what you got? He was
Nah,
like,
because
nah, it's my
I
fault.
I don't think people understand how Real Sick really was wilding on Danny. Like it's crazy for him to say that his third was crazy and his first was crazy. His second was crazy. And like you said, Danny had some stuff too. It just was Real Sick was really wilding.
Danny has some stuff, but
Real Sick was
he let
really
the coach
wilding.
he let the culture down.
I'm not gonna do all that, man. I had time to think about it. I ain't
I don't care
nah.
if you saying you ain't doing all that. I'm gonna do all of that.
But you ain't got
We
you
expected
ain't got
more
no
from you,
explanation for it
Danny.
though. Hold on. Let us see your face when you saying it. Let us see your face when you saying it. Your camera on. You talking all
Oh,
that
never. I don't want
hijack.
people to see that.
See, Danny, you can't respect that. But nah, man, what? Come on, nah. I'm not even about to do that because that's clearly an example of what we did. What we put him there. That's all that is. Like we as the people that watch Danny or people who don't do support all that all conglomerated together. We put him there. That man did that. He put him there. He literally was up there saying that he didn't get sleep. It got to a point where you know how people choke, and then you be always you like you.
He's like, I'm tired.
It's like exactly. It's like now he explaining what happened, and you know how I feel about that. I don't want to hear why you're not doing it. It's always bad if you're not doing it. But it's like now he mentioned that he tired and he get no sleep. So it's like whatever. It's like whatever reason you bring. I got a
No,
reason to attack your
no,
reason that you giving.
you,
So it's like if you
you know
sleep and
what
you tired. It's like come on, like we know you
you
just
know what
had. Suge.
explanation it
He had a
was?
line for that too. I got that Suge line too. That was a fire Suge line he
No,
had
you know
too.
what explanation he gave when Smack was like, "Yo, come on." He was like, "Yeah, man, it's the third. I don't want to be stumbling all through it. I know what I got it. I just don't want to be stumbling all through it."
I was like,
Like he said,
what? I was so surprised. I was so surprised. That was a bigger shot than Cortez. That was a bigger shot than Cortez. Because I'm only reason I mentioned Cortez because it was like when it happened when
"Yo,
Cortez did that, I was like,
this not a reach. This not a reach. That might be choke of the year."
if that's a thing. But yeah, you made it.
I just made it a thing.
It's just the fact that it goes back to every time I watch it and you see it choke. It's like when you see it having to
Yo,
stumble the
in the
first
chat
time.
is in the. I know you don't f with the chat like that, but the chat is so unkind. The chat was like,
I
"Yo, he
didn't see it
pulled the
at
Sue
all.
Surf," and Sue Surf came on like, "No, Sue Surf might give you 2 rounds, 2.5, but he never gonna not pull up with all three."
I watch it on the TV, so I definitely don't look at the chat.
The
But
chat be crazy, yo.
well, I put it in full screen. I never did. Plus, I told you caffeine stopped me from being able to see anybody see my comments months ago. That's the only place I think I'm blocked by anybody. That's crazy. Like that,
He must have got wild in the chat.
I must have did do say something that day you want to hear. Well, it don't matter though. I don't care. Obviously, I'm at that point where it's like, they left me with no choice but another kid. But
That we on the my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Since we was on the choking topic, I just want to put this one. I ain't got the whole setup, but he
and I
said
got the
something,
legend
something.
thing too. I got the legend thing too. So I got
Danny,
some smack merch
Danny
coming
said,
too.
Danny said something, something. Johnny Quest, and then he just immediately choked like that bar. That Johnny Quest, I liked it, but how you choke right after that?
Yeah, I got that line too. He did though. Like
He had a lot of head wrap like
it just always
bars
goes
against
when
him.
it first came to the first stumble. Everybody, not even everybody, but me, I'm just like, all right, you know what I mean? He's slipping up a little bit. It's whatever. Like I
He
was ready
slipped
to
up in the
pass it up.
beginning too.
That's what I'm
He
saying. The
slipped up
first
right
one.
after
I'm talking about the
the
very first one.
rebuttals.
I'm talking about and that's my
Yeah,
point. After the very, very first one, it was
I
like
think he was
I was
too
ready to
amped.
pass it. I was like, I don't care. It ain't nothing. But then he actually turned into a full blown choke. And then the second was shorter. And then Danny really gave no round. That was the distance
It
that
was a.
you was pointing.
I'm gonna break it down. What it was. It was a minor slip. We being humble and nice. Then it was a choke, full blown choke. Then it was a let down, and then it was a damn. You ain't got no round for us.
Yeah, part of the full blown choke is when you give an excuse. But then all right. So
He
look.
was explaining the choke.
Come on. We know the reasons to a choke. That you being tired is never gonna be nobody's first reason. But you explain the choke like you know how you feel before you get there though. Like that's my whole thing. Like you don't want to look like your past opponents where they just didn't where they allegedly didn't want to show up on you or something like that. But at the same time, Danny, come on, like put that to the side. Just go, I don't know. It just seemed like I just feel like you knew that before you got there. You knew that you had to. Like when you as soon as you say that, like I said, as soon as you said that, it was like, okay. Now I got a reason. Now I gotta start thinking about that angle. Like, okay, if you tired, why did you even show up? People gonna talk smack, but at the same time, this is worse than you not showing up. There was a whole battle we didn't even see out of all 10 of these battles. We didn't get T Top and Swamp for whatever reason. Look, it's over. Nobody talking about it no more. I guess I ain't talking about it. So now we would have felt the same way. We was like, dang, we would have wanted to have Danny and Bill say, all right, but we gonna want that another time later. The difference between T Top and Swamp is I don't even know if people even still want to see. Keeps my people. I don't even know if I even want to still see that battle no more. When they tell me it's happening now, it's a battle, so of course I want to see it. But at the same time, it's not something I'm like, dang, I'm tripping over that I missed it. If I would have missed this, if y'all canceled this one, then I'm like, dang, Real Sikh and Danny got canceled for real. It's like, man, come on. Like out of all the substance battles, that they gonna cancel that one. But anyway, well, we would have left it alone. So it's like it all go back to we pushed Danny here. We pushed him there. Ain't nothing else to it. Ain't I mean, we had to. It got to be our fault. It gotta be our fault. I mean, because then he been working, but I guess he had a point where he finally been accepted, which is a sad part to say. So I guess he pushed himself even more. I did have another comment to mention all about that, but I can't think of it right now. Talking about diverting on that. Um,
I want to get into this little topic. You know
yeah.
how they saying the West running stuff right now and all that. You made the West look bad, like when he did that. I just want to throw that out there.
I mean, it's still bad rap. It just shows that nobody really like nobody choking, especially the ones like it just shows nobody people still appreciate people not choking, so it's still
Especially the
bad rap.
one.
So
No, you know
nah,
what it was. You
they
know what
still
it was
got it.
with
They
me
ain't make
that
them look
broke
bad.
that. Nah, it did make it look bad to
They
me
ain't
because
make them
after
look
I
bad
seen,
because you
I'm
know
gonna
why?
explain it.
No,
I'm gonna
I'm gonna explain
explain
why. You know
it.
why?
I'm gonna
Because they
explain.
not gonna do
I'm
it
gonna
again.
explain it.
He not. That's not gonna be a consistent thing though. That's
That's
not
not
gonna be a consistent
controllable.
thing.
That's not controllable. That is not controllable. Like
That's
we've
not.
seen it.
That's not a fact. What I said. I'm just saying that that's not a consistent thing that Danny gonna keep doing.
Yeah,
That's
but I'm
not a
saying,
consistent
yeah,
thing though. It's
it
been
was what
consistent for people
I
on the
want to take.
East.
I
It's
want
been
to take something
consistent.
somebody else said in the battle. Um, it's the Big Lou. Don't nobody love this more than Danny. So for
That was
the love
garbage
it that
when Lou
much, I feel
said
like you
that.
shouldn't be making them mistakes.
That was garbage when
That
Lou
was
said
fire
that.
when he
No,
said
it
that.
was not, because I don't let people do that. They want to try and make it downplay. It was better when Real Sikh did it, but the Real Six was funny. Real Six was hilarious because I got that too. I'm gonna come back. He had a part where he was talking about you. Danny put himself in a list of everything, and then at the end of that third
Oh, that
round,
was
that
fire.
was fire. But
That
then in
was
the third
fire.
round, he brought it back, and he said you need to put
Especially
yourself
the one
in
with
the
the
list of.
wrestlers.
That was fire.
He was like best wrestlers.
And then he started talking about female bad rappers. I'm like, but then he stopped himself. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh, he's trying to really go. He's trying to
yeah.
he's trying to curve
His
him.
angles was crazy. His angles was crazy on Danny, but Danny has
But nah,
some
back to
haymakers
Lou
that we're
though.
not gonna forget.
Lou, why you gonna throw that in there? That's just people trying to downplay the fact that they love it, that they love about her. That's corny. They want to just throw it on Danny, because you don't love it as much as him. What Danny gonna do? They ain't not gonna deny it. So y'all making him get more like for saying whatever they come to. They man, people say this about you, Danny. He's like, yeah, I do love it. Like he's just gonna accept it. Like bring it to me. Bring the
Mm-hmm.
people that actually love the sport to the person that they saying love the sport. What you don't love it? You want to act like that? You want to keep styling then, Lou. Do what you do. That's why you look like you
Some
was up
people don't
there.
love it.
That's that's
It's a
that's true though.
persona.
But that's why Lou was up there looking like while Mike be rapping, he's doing this. He lip rapping to himself. He rap. You know what I mean? It's just I be noticing stuff like that because I be want to know he didn't choke or slip or nothing like that. It just he just so focused on his
Nah, you know what it
material. Like
was? I don't even want to talk about it in this battle. I feel like he was
either.
breaking him down when he started using his style. When Mike P hit him with the "I'm a gangster white boy," like when people use you on you, it hurt. Like he
Well,
was like, I ain't know he was going to use this.
I had Lou winning that
I
battle. I'll
know.
say that now.
I
2-1,
Yeah, I had Lou winning it too,
second
but
and third.
I like when he did that. I like when Mike P did that, took that angle and used that against him.
I did
That
too,
was fire.
but I would
You
just
just a Mike P hater. You Mike P biased. I feel like you ain't really a big fan. You ain't big on Mike P like that.
like P ain't really have my last real. I'm plus I'm new to him too, fairly. Like I mean,
I ain't
I'm
mean to throw
fairly
you
new.
out there like that, but I just feel like you ain't big on Mike P like that.
I think he's nice. He's nice. I don't know. I feel like usually his opponent, besides what Saga did to himself, and he was crazy. Mike P was crazy against Saga, but besides what Saga did to himself, it was just the battles I remember seeing. Like I ain't go back to a lot of old Mike P battles. That's my fault. That's like what people say. What you said with Overhead. I gotta go back to old Overhead
Yeah.
battles. I know I signed I ain't a part of this, but I gotta want to go back to the battle. If you show me something now, I don't want to go back to Overhead battle. That's what I see Overhead doing. T Top is a different story though. You put me on, you got me like a T Top. I've been heard of T Top. I just wasn't much of a fan of him. But T Top for the past year has been crazy to me. Even though he lost some of them, but he's
Yeah,
still been
I could
crazy to
agree.
me.
I could agree with that. I could agree with that. A lot of the people like right now,
Make you don't want to see them
you
again. Make
might
you
not
want to
want
see
to
their
go
old
back and
stuff.
watch
That's what I'm
their old.
saying. Right.
Yeah, some of them might not have replay value. You might want to go back and watch what they doing, what
But
they were doing
what
before,
you
because
used
what
to
they
say
doing
in the
now,
beginning
whatever.
of the
But
channel, you used to say people. Man, I ain't the type of judge of the last thing you did. That go into that. Cause it's like if I don't want to see no old red battles, and I'm judging off of what the last stuff you've been
mm,
doing, that go into that's the truth though. It's like why would I want to go back? Is it
yeah,
because you was that? that person to a lot of people. I don't want to go back and see all that, but I want to make me want to go back and see that. But anyway, but that all started with
I
Lou.
do want to say this though. I do want to see
I
Danny
didn't mention
return.
that.
Danny. I want to see Danny redeem himself. I want to see him come back. I don't want him to fall off, take 6 months off or 6 weeks off. I do not. I don't know how long they be taking off, but anyway, I do want to see Danny right back out there.
Hold on, time out. So if you don't want to
Shout
see
out to
him take
Danny.
6 weeks or two, I forgot the range you gave, but you said you want to see him right back out
Yeah,
there.
my range. Yeah, scratch the range. I do want to see. I wanted to see him back out there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not because I don't know if I want to see him in 2 weeks. But you ain't say 2 weeks though.
Yeah, I ain't say 2 weeks. I said like
Yeah,
6 weeks.
6 weeks. That's a month or some change. I mean, yeah, the way
I
they're
don't
going
know.
now. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing, man. That's another thing. Rick Six said. Six had said something about. I got the line too. Six said, "Dang," he was like, "Man, you ain't even want to do the tournament. I'm the reason why the tournament." He's like, I did this with Jay, and here you go. You did the second version of the tournament because of me, somebody that you supposed to have been. He was. I feel like Sick was really talking to. That's crazy. I want to remember the one more thing I had to say about Danny and Sick, but I might come up to it later. Anyway, let's keep going. I think that's
Scratch this one. I said this one already.
disappointment. That was it was something you
Said that.
said that made me want to say something. I forgot it. All right,
Said that. Now,
I
I
am gonna
said a
go.
couple of these without even
I
noticing.
don't want to hear no
But
racist bars. Why thoughts militant? What the something militant? Christopher Columbus, you got the wrong Indian. What's this? What's this problem you got? I like what Six said that. It's getting late. I need
yeah,
to
that
put some
was
more
dope.
enthusiasm behind my bars. I mean that was a cool line. That was a cool line because that was a cool line. I liked it though. You do got the wrong Indian technically in his sense. I get it. That was a cool line. But it was starting off. I'm like, come on, Sick. I'm like, come on, how you coming at Danny? Because his aggression, the way he was rapping, it was like that bar didn't match his aggression to me personally. So it was like, but then it definitely started matching later on. It definitely did. But then you notice that Real Sick did pull back with the aggression. He wasn't all in his face as like this end of the second round. Definitely the third round. He stayed his distance. He stopped barking on Danny. He was bark, but he wasn't like all in his face like the very, very first round because of what Danny did. He was like, man, I'm not about to go OD. So yeah, I did notice that. All right, go ahead. Dang, it was something I wanted to say.
Uh, Danny Bar. This N word toy with me. I'm gonna put an Indian in the cover. That was fire to me.
Yeah, I like that one.
That was a movie.
I think I had the setup to
That was
that.
a movie. Indian in the cover. That's a movie.
I ain't see that movie in a minute too. That's a good movie to watch with the kids too. I remember.
I just
I've
started
been putting
bugging
up
when
old
I heard
movies.
that because I remember the little human man, and I just started laughing when
Dang,
I
that's a
heard that.
good movie. I've been trying to. I ran out of movies to show them. That's a good one right there. I need to write that down. What was that called? Was that
Indian in the cover.
that was the name of the movie? Indian in the Cupboard?
That was the name of the movie. The movie.
Indian in the Cupboard. That don't sound like that movie, but okay, I'm writing that down. Cupboard. I thought it was something shorter. But yep. There we go.
Yeah, I
I
said
got that
that
movie for
John
the watch.
Quest.
All right.
I said that.
Um. Yeah, that fast rapping flow that Sick was doing was fire. Um. I'll even shoot at your spirit as it rises to the top and put a grip on your soul like hospital socks. He was over. He was fire. I don't like what people.
That was fire.
That was fire. I'm saying that was fire. But I'm saying like this is still in the first round. So yeah.
This is a regular statement. I like when because Danny was heating up. He was like, "Bar God, these N words know my slogan." That was fire when Danny said that because like everybody started like hyping him up when he said that. Bar God, these N words know my slogan. Like he said that. Like he said that. Like he felt that. Like,
Yeah. Um.
but it ain't had no meaning when he started breaking that Bar God stuff down. Like started breaking the bars.
Is there? Oh man.
I got a haymaker from Danny coming up. I got a Danny haymaker.
Man, I feel like I almost said I thought it was saying you got a Danny Haymaker. I got some Danny Haymakers too. Um,
I got a
six six
Danny haymaker.
six said this was fine to me. Um, holding twins in Danny house like them Olsen itches. giving bucks to your mom and pop, support your local business. That was fire.
Your local business. That was fire. I like that. Danny said, paramedics saw the way your head wrap was knocked off and couldn't wrap their head around it. That was fire. I couldn't stop laughing
That
when he
wasn't a
said that to
haymaker.
him.
That wasn't a haymaker. That was the haymaker.
That was a haymaker, bro.
That wasn't a
That was a
haymaker.
haymaker to me.
Dollar store lighter
He
for it.
wear
That's
head
what that
wraps.
was. I
He
mean,
wear head wraps. That's why it was a haymaker. Don't no other battle rap wear head wraps.
true, but that wasn't that hard
Paramedics
though.
saw the way your head wrap
I
was knocked off and couldn't wrap their head. That was fire.
They could wrap their head around it. I get it.
Pow, knocked them.
It's a paramedic
Don't know other
job
battle
to
rap
to
wear
be
head
prepared.
wraps.
It's a paramedic job to be prepared for anything. So they're not gonna come up on the scene and not be wrapping their head up. They gonna understand what's going on. But 90% of the time. But
But his head is already wrapped. So that's why it was fire to me. Like his head is already wrapped.
Now the paramedics racist too. They like, oh, I don't know what to do to
No,
him. Sir, can we touch it? Is it okay to your religion for us to operate on you? They got already asked for permission anyway. Are you conscious and all that? So now is it okay
I don't
if
know.
I help you not
I
operate?
just
But
thought it was a disrespectful bar. Like
nah, don't back it
it was
down.
a
Nah,
disrespectful
I
bar.
didn't like it. Go ahead. It
I
was a
ain't
disrespectful
backing it
bar.
down. I liked it.
Now, whenever you be like,
It was fire.
I
It was a
just threw it, I be
haymaker.
feeling like you be doubling. That's all. All right.
Nah, I don't be doubling. That be you. You be like, I agree with you. I ain't agreeing with you. This was a haymaker to me. You're not about to take me out of my bar. I like this. This is one of the ones from Danny.
Take me out my bar. You know that you know that I'm Jersey, fortified the coast of my mercy. Hold up. You know that I'm Jersey. I fortified the coast of my mercy. Don't want to die. Go inside early. Hold the Glock sturdy. Extended clip in there. Like a young millionaire. It's loaded by 30. That was fire when Six said that. The setup, a little disproportionate to the hate, but that was still all that was fire. That was a hate making. The fortified the coast of my mercy. They both were talking that what Danny had a. I was talking to what he said. I was talking to statues of gold demons. I got that line. He was. I was talking to statues of gold demons. They told me you about to. No, Danny was wailing. I got that.
Danny funny like that. I don't got the whole setup, but he was like, Sick was like, yo, I don't like what you did to Suge. Something he had said to him. He was like, yeah, Jersey down. I put us back on the board. That was fire.
I got the whole thing.
That was fire to me.
Was it two?
Yeah, I know you got the whole thing.
Matter of fact, no, it was a different one that was better than me. But I like that one too a lot. This was at the end of the first year, 6 at the end of the first year ago. Speaking of, you should get a caffeine award. Last week I saw you I saw you wouldn't get on the app with the scores. Got revenge on Suge. Hit the back of the board. That was crazy because I didn't even know that remember, I don't look at the app. I don't look at the chat, so I didn't even know Danny couldn't even get on the app.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know he didn't get on the scoreboard thing at the bottom with it for whatever reason. If that's true, but he said you should get a caffeine award because you wouldn't get it. But nah, he had another Suge line that was way better than that. But that was still dope though. Let me get another one. Hold on. You dead if I get to lift it and fire on a mission to find existence of God. I'll get you to switch to the Sikh religion just to send you to mine. Fire. That was fire. That was a haymaker
Got
from
another
Sikh right
Danny
there.
line. I don't. This one off the top. I don't want to mess it up though. It was just funny.
Don't
He
mess
was
it up,
like
man.
something real. He's like something real sick. He rep his religion in his name. It was just funny the way Danny had said that.
I think I remember that
Like,
line. Yeah, I think I remember that one.
it was just funny. It ain't hit, but
I don't think I
that
have it
part was just funny. Like, well, I
though.
had to just say that one.
I heard
He's
you
like
for
he rep his religion in his name.
yo shit. I forgot about this one because this is another thing about whenever somebody choke or just come like mad weak. It's like
Oh, what's something he said? Fired and choked.
not that. No, it's one way whenever like the other opponent is just weak and then or they choke or both. But I'm not saying Danny was weak, but I'm just saying like one or the other or both. And then your opponent start talking about how you got a streak, You got champion of the year. People talking about you. You undefeated. They talk about all this stuff about you. Like, and then you go and do some. Just always funny whenever because the rapper already gonna talk like that. So it's like, dang, it's messed up that you lost the way you did. However way it was. Um, what he said though? He said you was in. Well, I heard for champion of the year you were in discussion, but did a bunch of one rounders. It's just nothing. I show up the champion with his ashes, then dump it. Like how he the front runner in this race? He getting dusted. That was funny. That wasn't him. That was just funny to me. Like, cause he by that point it was just like, damn, he was shooting Danny so much. Like he killed Danny so much with bad gun bars, and this was still the first round. He was shooting Danny life away. Now
I gotta make
I
a
put a note for that.
real sick line. You a figure roller, so I figure you weak. That was fire to me.
Yeah, that was fire. You know what's crazy?
That's a prostitute block in California.
Plus that's also the line that's one of Danny's famous lines too. So that's like one of Danny's famous crazy schemes and angles he always did. You the figure figure of all some. But
Yo,
yeah,
I'm mad I ain't write this line down. I know you probably. I hope you got it. He was talking about something about the parallel universe and something about how it don't hit in real life or something. It's something.
oh, what Real Sick?
Yeah, but Real
Yep,
Sick
I
said.
do. I do. Because that was what we were talking about the whole wrestling skit. I know that ain't what the wrestling, but the whole put yourself in the categories. He brought it back with his son, with his own kid. He was like, nah, you need to put yourself. He had a whole parallel thing. I got it though. They said you
I
brought
know
it up.
you got it.
I'll go to it. But it was
Yeah.
something I wanted to mention. I want to ask a question though.
I
While we
gotta
can talk
start
about
doing
this.
that. I gotta start doing that for the channel. Start getting the whole schemes out.
I mean, get the
I'll
ones
just
you
be having
want
the
though.
whole punch.
You said that months ago. You was like, if it ain't the one you want, then there ain't no point in getting it. So you convinced me with
Yeah.
that. That makes sense. Like, if it ain't,
Sometimes it be too long. Y'all gotta understand
yeah, that too.
how tedious that is. Like trying to get the whole setup.
Who y'all? I mean, you just want the people, right? No, I know you're
I'm
talking to
talking
me.
about for me. I'm talking about for me.
But this is the thing, though. That's why they watch us because of the fact that we know they could be getting it that much, and of course we getting it. We pretty much breaking it down before the actual battle come out. I'm telling you, that's another reason. That's one of the biggest reasons why they watch
I
us.
apologize.
Because
It's
way
my
too many
fault.
people out here just give it
Nah,
puns
my third
or they like
crazy.
exactly or they'll say that they're like, man, what's that one line? They'll say, y'all like the Kush line that Danny said, like a Kush line, or they'll be like, oh, I like the. We can do that too, but no, nah, it's way more depth. All right, but look, to answer this question though, or I'm gonna tell you mine. You can answer your own question. I personally never really had Danny at the top for champion yet, personally, because I always felt like I ain't want to say it just to mention it. I felt like he lost to
I
Kid
don't be caring
Chaos.
about that.
All right, no, listen, but I do personally rank like who I feel like the best on the year though. I don't care about champion year shit either, but I'm just saying like I do personally like in my mind ever since on top of what KOTD doing too with the whole. I was explaining that to somebody today with the season thing. But besides that though, like I'm definitely ranking people. Like it's a habit. But I said that to say that I had a person that I feel like should be two people right now, definitely, because Danny was up there, but at the same time, he lost to Kid Chaos to me, and I could definitely back it up. Y'all can just go back and see that, because I really still feel like that to this day. Like, but anyway though, Loso and number one, Loso's kind of number two, but number one, it gotta be Run Midi. Run Midi is the number one battle rapper right now. He got to, he has to. When it comes to this year, like the best doing this year, he got to. So I always had them two over Danny. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I only feel like I only seen one battle he lost this year so far.
oh that who? Well, maybe I'm wrong. Who? Who
He
lost
lost to
who?
Reed Dollars. I'm
That
sorry,
wasn't
he
this
lost to
year.
Reed. That wasn't this year.
No, that was last year.
I could have sworn that was this year.
That was on that. That
Maybe it
was
was
on
on.
Summer Madness card with Calico and Bird. Only
Oh
reason I
my
remember that so
bad.
well because because I got heat for that video, so I definitely remember when the time when
Yeah,
that was.
yeah, you got heat because you was like, you ain't. I don't want to see Reed.
And I like Reed. I was like one midi,
What's
like come
crazy?
on
I
now.
got. Let me ask you a question. You asked some questions and shit, but you ain't even give me a part to answer on your question. But I'm gonna go ahead and ask you one. How you feel about that Reed and Mook battle?
Let me
They
write that
announcing it.
down. That's crazy.
Because you always be saying you
right
don't be
there.
want to see Reed. I want to know if you want to see this one.
Stop it! You talking about somebody always saying I don't want to see Reed. I said that one time when he came back to battle Bun Nitty, and before that, because before that, I
And
don't
who you
know
got? I got Reed. I got Reed.
who Reed battled. I got Mook. Who Reed battled before was that Surf or Sean? Because it was just like, all right, you got you back. It was somebody on the East Coast. I feel like, and then now you got Run Nitty. So it's like I didn't see it happening. I was surprised to see Rum at that the just the. It wasn't even that we were still so fire. We ain't about to get to it. It wasn't that we were still super fire in that battle. He was just better. That's all. He was
No,
much
you know
better.
what it was? They was trying to. I don't know. I remember watching the interview with Rum talking about he gonna need a couple of warm up battles or something like. I don't know. When it ain't look like that when they battled.
It didn't look like that. Oh, my leg hurting. I got moved though. I think you knew I got moved. I like Reed though, but I got moved though. Um, I'm probably not gonna go against Mook.
Philly tough. I'm sorry. Philly tough when the battle is, man.
Okay, what they gotta do with Mook though? That ain't no bias
I just
either.
wanted to say that.
I think just after seeing Mook against Tay Rock, especially when I already knew he was gonna beat Tay Rock, just the way he was breaking, it was showing me. It was basically how people feel like what they like. They like came back and did what he
He
did.
only he
That's
only beat
crazy.
Tay Rock. This might be a reach. He only beat Tay Rock because Tay Rock was on some Dracula ish.
All right, so I found the bar.
I'm
No, that is part of the reason though, because he definitely had lines for
I
him
be
coming like
wigging.
that too. So yeah, that's a part of it.
He's like, hold on, I got one right off the top. He's like, you got them contacts. He said something about his contacts, funny looking contacts in your head. He ain't even saying your eyes. He said in your head.
The whole bear thing he had a bear. He had a man. We recapped that battle. It was some mad lines from that. Mad scheme shot. Mad like it was mad like 6 bar, 8 bar schemes where the first bar connected with they played off each other. That's what Mook be doing, man. Too much.
Stanley schemes.
Mm, all right, look. So it's very long. It's in Sikh third.
All right, let's get to it then.
I'm not sure because I don't want to jump to it's. I got four. It's four of them in Sikh third where he did that, and they like kind of lengthy, but they all play off each other. Man, I'm trying. Okay, so it's not that one because it's not the K through 12 one. I got that line. Like rapping grill tools. With the pass the pistol screw the man. No, okay,
Bro,
not that.
trying to
Okay,
play the
so it's the
paramedic
last one.
bar like that wasn't no haymaker from Danny.
It wasn't. I got the last one.
I'm gonna say that one again for y'all.
Go ahead, because I'm gonna tell them what that great grand
The
how
last one.
great I am by the third by Run Nitty. Oh, that was so fire. That was way better than that paramedic bar. But go ahead. You gonna
It's
say it
on
again?
you. I think
Oh,
I
all right.
said the
I think you
I
said you
think
gonna
I
say it
said the
again.
last bar.
I ain't mad if you say it
I'm gonna
again.
say it. Oh, I say it again. I say it again, and I say it again after that. Paramedics saw the way your head wrap was knocked off and couldn't wrap their head around it. That's like me me having a wave cap on and my wave cap get knocked off. The paramedics pull up and they don't know what to do. Like,
That's not like that.
do we put his wave cap back on and
That's
then
not
take him,
because
or we just take him?
we know what a black man look like without a
It's
wave
like
cap.
that. It is very
He
much
trying to
like
say
that.
we don't know what you look like underneath that. So it's not like that. It was ass. It's more
There you
ass the
go,
more
making
you
the bar
explain
even better.
it. No,
I
then you gonna
needed you
make
to
it
do that.
worse. That's crazy because you just made it
I
worse.
needed you to explain the bar. No, you making it better.
You
No, I
just
ain't make it worse.
explained
You
it.
made it
You
better.
just gave an
I'm gonna
example.
say it again. Go ahead.
You gave an example talking about something that's like me wearing
You
a
just
do rag.
explained it too.
You said that's like you wearing a do rag and it getting knocked off and they don't know what's underneath it.
It is though.
They gonna see a clean
I
cut
ain't
in some
said no. I
ways.
said they couldn't
What
wrap their head
everybody
around it.
know.
They don't know whether to put it back on. They don't know whether they don't know whether to put it back on or just take me as is. Like,
So that's what that means.
they wouldn't know what
They
to do
don't
with
know
a real
they
sick
don't know whether to
situation
put it back
either.
on his head. They don't. The paramedics don't know
Yeah,
whether or
that's what
not
I'm
to put
saying.
him
In
in.
that situation, and it's the same scenario with me and the wave
It
cat and
shows
him
how
and real
more
sick. They
racist he
wouldn't know
trying to
what
make the
to
bar
do.
then. It shows how more is like, oh, they don't know what to do. He has a head injury.
It don't matter.
Get your head out your ass and stop trying to act like you can't operate on a man because of his religion and what you think you know of his religion. Not your head out your ass. Get the paramedics to get his. That's an EMT saying that. The paramedic is hopefully wise enough to say that, to know that. Anyway, here we go. I said this to Mike, but this who it applies to. This is how it started. He said, I said this to Mike, but you who this applies to. You brought your slogan to life. Your son was beside you. Like you believe in a parallel unit? Well, I do. And that in that one, I got him through high school. Oh no. I remember I compared. I said Chilla broke down B-Dot. I meant to say I did like that too, but I meant to say Danny, how Ill Will broke down Danny, and Danny didn't like that. But this kind of like how Ill Will did. I like how the way Ill Will did it. But my bad. Do you? It's like you believe in a parallel universe. I do. And that one, now listen, because you remember the one I said in that recap. And that one, I got him through high school. Stayed with his mom Dukes. He used the word. That's a Jersey thing. He gonna say mom Dukes. He ain't have to be introduced into this culture to find you. Yo, chill. He ain't have to watch your battles to see how your mind move. Life never got ruined. You the one he confined to. And your third round against Hollow ain't the first time you cried to him. I knew that was gonna sting. A lot. I hope your kids will watch so they can listen while you didn't try. The next list you got should be worst parents. And put your name in the spot between Charlie Clip's father and the Fresh Prince Pops. I hope that was the one you were talking about. Was that the one you were talking about? Because that was it.
What, as far as what?
You were talking about the parallel universe.
That was one of them.
Cause he did. Yeah.
Was that the one?
The whole
that might have been because he had another
to introduce
one.
into this culture to find you. Because remember I told y'all, he brought it back to the list. He said you need to be in the worst parent list. He said you need to put yourself in the worst parent list. That was fire. I jumped all the way to that. And that mind you, why he said that, but he said that moderately too. Imagine he would have said that. Imagine that battle was still going real good, and Danny had just gave a fire second.
Was still
what if Danny had gave a full fire second?
On the Indian. Mm-hmm. This is why Danny the bar god. Well, I ain't gonna say why he the bar god, but Danny was hard on the Indian bars. Another Indian movie. Roll tape. I ain't seen an Indian depend on the flow since The Life of Pa.
Fire.
That was fire to me because I seen that movie. Like,
that was fire.
With the Indian in the little boat with the little tigers. I don't know. That movie corny. That's the corniest movie of all time. I watched it though.
I didn't finish that movie
because I wanted to know what was going on.
That's crazy. That's the reason why I watched it too.
I don't remember what happened, but I really watched that corny. It's corny.
No,
I just wanted to know why was the Indian in a boat with a lion, and it wasn't. It tried to eat him, but
it was advertised for so long. That's why I got into it. I ain't gonna lie, the advertisement it must have been that good to people. The advertisement was up for so long. I'm like, what? Let me throw it on. And then I started it, fell asleep on it. I think I started it some other time.
It was dope though because Danny wasn't trying to be too aggressively racist with the bars, but he wanted to throw his Indian bars in there. He made a lot of connections, with the Indian movies, and he hit 2 Indian movies on point.
He made a lot of connections.
That was dope to me. Even though he chokey moo and let the culture down 3rd round and explain why he tired.
I didn't see all the sick battles. I didn't see all the sick battles, but I ain't gonna hold you. Jay Nightwing had the best flips on just Indians and turbans. Jay Nightwing had the best one. He had the best in his day. Talking about Real Sikh, the best. Danny's was okay. Danny's was cool. I like that line you said. I like that line a lot. That was a good line. I like that line, and I like the other one you mentioned too. Well, not the paramedic one, not that one. It was another one you had said, but I like the other one.
Paramedic. That's the most memorable line in this battle. That paramedic couldn't wrap. Feel me? Paramedic saw the way his head was knocked off. Couldn't wrap his head around it.
I wish I could find that Suge line that I like, y'all, man. I wish I could jump to it, but anyway, because that was a dope. Because he said, was it like shotgun beside me? That was fire. He said you had. He said I'm gonna knock. He said I'm gonna knock you out now. He said I put you out now, but I knocked you in the last week, and you had shotgun beside you.
Beside
That
you,
was
yeah,
fire. That was
that's the
fire.
parallel one I was talking about.
Oh, I
That was
got
a
that. I
real.
got that. I got that. I
That's
don't
the
know
one I
where
was
it's at
talking
though.
about.
That's the one I was thinking of in the back of my head. I'm like, where is that one at? Yeah, I like that one.
I visualized that. I'm like, that's dope.
It took me a second to remember
That
that.
was crazy.
It took me a second to remember that he
Cause
battled Suge
his
last week.
last battle was Suge.
Right.
Yeah, his last battle was Suge. So him going in the parallel, like, that was dope. That connection, I'm like, yo, you using Danny flow against him. Like, I love when people use the parallel universe and got a good like angle with it, like, and that was dope.
Oh, there we go. I
That's what I
remember
meant
what I wanted
when
to
I said
say.
he was killing Danny with his flow.
That's what I wanted to say. You know how I always say how Danny be in his battles like,
That's what I meant by when I said he took Danny flow.
yo, you know how I be always saying how Danny be in, not always, but lately when Danny hears somebody in his battles when he rapping against somebody lately, I'll say that again, and they saying something that Danny don't like, or they saying something that's not hitting with anybody else, and Danny go, you know, Danny make that noise, right? Basically, like like ass. Like he'll be saying that, but he just be like making noises. You know what I'm saying? He just be making grunt noises. Remember I told you that? He just be making noises, and it's not a coincidence. He do that right after somebody bar that did not hit. It'd be a bar that might not have hit. It really don't. And then Danny be like, he be doing. He ain't do that now once this time. You know what he did in place of that? Oh man, it's just that man. He was like, man, yo, I don't know, y'all. He just kept trying to make excuses up. That's the part where it was just he said just it was like that. It's like I'm not saying it's give and take. It's like you don't want the person to sit there and just look like they don't care because you could appreciate him when he explained it. But I said it looks so bad when you sitting there explaining, especially when Sick was cutting him off every time he tried to explain something. Not every time, but after a while he would try to explain it. So and Sick started cutting him off by starting his round. It was just like because we waiting for him, and it's just disappointment. Like he's like, man, I don't know, yo. He's like, it's like it's right there in my brain. It's sick to start
This
rapping.
wasn't no gentleman's 30
That's what
either.
I
This
wanted to
was
mention.
not no gentleman's 30 either.
I don't even use that term.
This is
Yeah,
not no gentleman's 30.
go back, take
It
it to a
wasn't no
slaughter.
gentleman's 30.
Let me take it back to that. All right, what was
It
it
was a
then?
total
What you think?
slaughter.
A total slaughter. It was, man. What else
It
was
was a
this?
total slaughter. It was a he completed the objective overly.
Man, you know we need to
I
start
couldn't
doing
even
that
get
battle rap. We
explain
need
the
to
way I
start having
wanted to explain it.
rematches. I know it ain't fair to the person that did it, but they need to make they pot bigger for the person that didn't fuck up. My bad person. The person that didn't F up, my bad person. That just came right out. But for the person that didn't
Control,
mess up, yeah, control myself.
self control, self control.
Pardon
I
self.
don't know why I love self control.
For the person that didn't mess up, they pot need to be bigger and it need to be made aware to the opponent. Like he's definitely getting more. But at the same
Yeah,
time, I just feel like I think they should rematch. I feel like people should rematch. And I still feel like Sick would beat him again. I feel like Sick would beat him again. Because that what he had wasn't enough. Let's go back to what we used to talk about before. The vets, certain vets got angles that could hit, but at the same time, the rookie's always gonna have that like I feel like the vets need to keep playing on the angle of they wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. Like we paid the way that angle was never gonna that thing was never gonna get old. If you got a new way to do it, that angle was never gonna get old. But the rookies got so many angles that they could do to somebody that been here before them. But the pay the way angle is never gonna get old. It's never as long as it's fresh. But man, he just had so many. He had so much to him.
you're right about that because the rookie can always come with this. You right. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't for you, but I'm about to kill you, and that's all they got to do.
That's all they
They
gotta
they
do,
can acknowledge that and then
and
kill
that's
them.
it.
Just
That's
beat them.
it.
That's all they got to do
That's
is
it.
acknowledge that and beat them. That's it.
But they don't do that too much. And then if they do, I feel like they spend too much time on it or it don't hit. But what else? Yeah, let's keep going. This is a good talk.
Said the Indian pie movie one. I got another Danny line. I don't think
Go
I'm
ahead.
done after that. This 38 Bulldog is my religion, and I'm gonna sick it on you. I like when
I had
Danny
that
said
one
that.
too. Yeah, I like that one. I ain't get the line though, but it's funny. I think Sick had
I
a
be liking a
line.
lot of Danny stuff, man.
I got Daniel lines. I
Like
didn't even
I'm
get to
mad
them
Danny
yet.
even complete his material. Danny, you might have won. You to me, in my eyes, you might have won if you wouldn't choke and let the coach down and stumble and explain why you was tired and all of that. You might have won
Here we go with the hypotheticals. You ain't even finished. Let
in
me.
the parallel universe.
I ain't even get through.
In the parallel
I
universe.
gave you the in the Sick third. I wanted to say that. I wanted to keep going in order because that was just the icing on the cake. That third really was crazy. Um, what he say? It's funny how Sick he had a line where
Um,
if he didn't show up, he thought Danny wasn't even going to show up. That was a funny line. He said I didn't think he was going to show up, but he had a stand for him that was watching his house that was going to stand up and basically like you know what I mean. I guess blow him away if he decided to come out his house to show up for the battle. That was just funny. I ain't get the whole thing. Maybe I might have worded that wrong, but that's what I got from it. That was
I
funny.
see yo chill.
He the best. He say he the
Hold on,
best.
that
I
is
ain't.
funny.
That's funny. He the best. I ain't worried about that. So what? So what? He the goat. My people make Curry out that. I'm surprised we ain't get that line. And you know, that was fire. Danny had another fire line too. What he
Curry
say?
goat.
They handed. He said they handed they handed a goat. What did he say? They handed a goat. Oh, I got that line. They giving a goat to an Indian. Oh, right here. I look right at it as soon as I looked away. They giving a goat to an Indian. Yeah, it was that. They giving a goat to an Indian after all that I sacrificed. That was fire. That was fire.
Yeah, he had hella Indian bars.
That was a good one right there. That was another good one. I like that one.
That's what I'm saying. Like if Danny would have never choked, I don't think he wasn't gonna let up with the Indian bars, bro. I know he had.
Yes, I ain't worried. All right, look, take you out back. I'll knock you off your feet in alarming speed. After a jab, you're already on the street corner sleep. I left with the less. I left with the left. No, I less with the left. I left with the left. Honestly, it's all I need. Oh, I led with the left. Honestly, it's all I need. Lead causes death like heart disease. I like the whole I like that. That wasn't a haymaker, wasn't really fire. I liked it. That's why I put it up there. Um y'all is cheap. Start running around and I'm not coming to play. I'm pumping the gauge. Oh, here you go. Y'all is cheap. Start running away. I'm not coming to play. I'm pumping the gauge. I'll knock you in the next week, but you die from it today. So I'll knock you into last week with a shotgun in your face, in the front of your
Face.
face.
That was
Sick
fire.
merch is fire. You like that shirt that Sick had on? I've been wanting to buy that shirt like months ago, but I kept getting
What
other
shirt?
the shirt that Real Sick had on.
Where was it?
Oh, I
He
guess
got
that's something
merch.
else. Yes, I
I
been
must
said
ain't
that.
see it.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like a half of a like maybe like the I don't know like the Judas line and like the
Oh, a
maybe
lion. Oh yeah, I did see it.
with the
I did
knife on
see
the
it. The
side
half lion
with
shirt.
the
Yeah,
sword. Yeah,
I seen that.
the artist. I remember I saw him in an interview talking about his. I don't know if it's his brother or not, but the artist is like somebody real close to him. And he did the page. They got more other stuff too. It was dope. It's a lot of like dope little drawings like that. You know, we artists, so but yeah, I like that. That was it for his first. Danny first. I'm about to kill this N word in a hurry. Talking about Curry. This so ironic. I'm about to 30 your jersey. I like that. That was the
Yeah,
rebuttal.
that's the
Yeah.
rebuttal before he messed up and shit.
They said this MF can't beat me. They said this MF can't beat me. Well, I like to try. I like that part. He writes all these little cool rhyme patterns. I can go twice as high. I ain't seen an Indian depend on the flow. Yeah, there you go. That's what you had. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
But I like that. I like the little. He's like, well, I would like to try. I was like, ooh,
try.
Danny about to come crazy. Danny about to, because he was being modest. Like Danny about to do his thing. What you say? I mastered the mold. Oh, here you go. I mastered the mold from the stash of the most recent unfoldable contraptions attached to the pole. Fiber optic tactical scope gives me optical ratchet control defense. Don't chill.
I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna take that as disrespect. Holmesy voice. You know that's my favorite Holmesy line of all time.
It's crazy because whenever you
But
talk
that was
about
fire
that
though.
was fire. You could do
I
all
mean,
that
just the
words
the
when you talk
just
about scopes. That's
just
why.
the play on words was crazy for me, bro. And then he said tactical, scopical, something defense. Like that shit was crazy. Like how y'all got a defense on it? Like
Ratchet
what gun is
control
that?
defense.
What
Optical.
gun is that?
Optical.
what gun is
I mean the most elite
what,
type of gun, like control
what
defense.
gun is that?
They ain't no gun for that. That's ballistic missiles for that. He's supposed to be a gun. But nah, why he said I mastered the mold from the stash of the most recent? That's crazy. Unfoldable contraptions. Unfoldable contraptions attached to the pole. Oh my, we went unfoldable contraptions
Attached to the pole. It's like 6 attachments. Call of Duty weapon.
because he's just saying that thing's so big. Because when he said unfoldable, I'm like, nah, I know I'm thinking about the guns that do fold out, like with the stand that do come out, or the what I mean, the butt stock that do come out. Is that heavy? Think
Hey,
about that.
who had that? Somebody had
Unfoldable
the hottest
contraptions.
gun. Somebody had the hardest gun bar, bro. Somebody I
This
forgot what
weekend,
battle that was in. Somebody said something. Yeah, with the scopes looking like Uncasa lenses. That was fun. I wrote that bar down. I forgot who said that, but that when they were talking about they described the gun and they said the Uncasa, Uncasa with glasses, when he's battling
I
Rex
think Jay
outside,
said that.
whatever. Anyway, but that
I think Jay said that.
I think that was fire. I
Because
forgot who said. I
because I
got it
remember
written down
Easy had an
in
Uncasa
one of these
line.
battles.
Easy
But
had the 9 year Uncasa line. I think Jay said that Uncasa
it might
line, yo.
it might have been to Rex. Rex.
No, because Easy had the
It
line.
might have been Rex that said it. I'm not
No,
sure.
no, it wasn't Rex that said it. Oh, you know what? It might have been Rex that did say it. I feel like it's
It
either
might have
Jay
been that.
Nightwing or Rex that
I
said
think
that.
no. It might have been Easy that said it to Rex.
No,
I think Easy said it
Easy
to
said that
Rex.
the 9. He said you could do something with 9 and you gonna come back.
I stay tuned for that Rex and Easy
Yeah.
recap.
He said Easy said something about the 9, and he's like, don't think you gonna flash back the battle in Uncasa or something like that. But then I know a line you talking about. I really feel like I feel like Jay said that. Yeah, I remember that line though.
I
Here
feel like
goes
Easy
Dandy
said that.
again. Is this an elaborate hoax or a practical joke? Is there an actual quote that you have wrote to catapult you to the status of GOAT even? That's crazy. Like, why are you talking to him like that? Of course, you know Real Sikh not a GOAT yet. But anyway, I had a dream. I was talking to
I,
statues of gold
I
demons.
apologize.
hmm He said they gave me. He said they gave me
I
you. You'll
apologize.
be
My
joining
fault.
them, and that's when your soul even. That's funny.
Mm.
He had a little bit of trouble in that. I put that. He had a little bit of trouble in that third. I get close up and lifted up one of them 38 Bulldog with my religion, and I'm a sickle on him. Yeah, I didn't want to stress the joint. Okay, I said that. All right, yeah, that's all the
Yeah.
bars I got for Danny first. Actually, nope, I got another one. We built this off life struggle, and pain bars. While Sick was being taught in the way of Google, I was listening to Gangstar. Yeah, I like that. I put that. That's right. Do. Oh
You
yeah,
said
had
that in the
had a
beginning.
gym and his head wrap was like Johnny Quest. I put that. That's why I put slip the asterisk slip up. All right,
Yeah.
Sick in
I
his
put
second.
I put I put Johnny Quest / Chokey Moo Moo because he choked right after he said Johnny Quest. I just wanted to point that out.
That was like one of them shows I liked when I was younger. I ain't like into that. And it was just like I don't know why I'm still watching this show, but
That
it
was on
was just
Cartoon Network.
yeah. But I mean, I think it was because of the
No,
I
you know
like
why it
the
was
I like the
funny?
the
It hit
superhero
because
dude.
Johnny Quest wore a head wrap.
Oh my goodness.
They go back to the other head wrap bar. That's why I like that,
I know.
man.
I was
He
talking
was
about the
hitting them with
show.
hella
I
disrespectful
was talking about
Indian
the
head wrap
show.
bars and all that.
Had a gym and he
I
had
know you was on the show, but I'm just saying Johnny Quest had a head. He had a head
his
wrap
head
on
wrap
with a
like
gym in the
Johnny's.
middle. Like, let's not leave
First of
that
all,
out
that
there.
Johnny Quest line was
Yeah.
not fire. That was I just like the line.
That shit was. Why you write it down then?
Because I like it. You know I write
It
lines
was
I don't
alright.
like. I
Alright,
mentioned the Trayvon, the dumbass Trayvon line
it
that
was
that, that
alright for
Geechee
you.
mentioned.
It was alright for you, and it was fire for me.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, Geechee, that might have been Geechee worst line of all time. That Trayvon Martin with Arizona.
Come on,
That
why
shit
you
was
ain't say that in the
weak
video?
sauce.
When I heard him
I'm
say that,
saying
I'm
it in this
like,
video. It's in the video. It's in the video. He gonna
he
come
just
watch this recap.
he said that had that. I mean, he said have put the correlated that man. I don't know, man. That's all. Sick in his second. He said, "Who the best rappers? Rakim, MJ, and Danny. Best
Danny
wrestlers, best
Myers.
TV show." I just put the topic. That was it though. Yeah, the Danny Myers.
Hold on, I could try to get him. I could try to get him.
Go
Best
ahead. He
wrestler.
said Rakim,
He said
MJ, and Danny
best
Myers.
wrestler Stone Cold The Rock. He said best wrestler Stone Cold The Rock, Danny Myers, Triple H. Best TV shows. What do you say?
The
The
Wire
Wire,
and
Danny
Prison Break.
Myers, Prison Break.
And Prison Break. Best female rappers. I was like, oh. I think he just wanted to reason to name some good female rappers. That's dope. That's a good little throw in there. That's fire of him to do that. That's fire.
He had the crowd. Yo, shout out to them bringing the crowd back, and shout out to all of them following COVID restrictions and guidelines. They all had masks on. I just want to point that out.
They did.
I love the crowd because I love the crowd and I love the reactions and all that. It'd be boring when you only got this smack there.
I'm vaxxed up. I don't even be wearing a mask that much no more. I do though, but not as much as I used to. Which I still
Smack not my real brother. And y'all remember how he did Mook.
I gotta get the second
Smack,
part.
I thought I was your brother too. Or you know how he be doing drugs when I forgot what he called drugs. He called drugs somebody else's name. I know how Smack be when he drunk.
He called drugs prep, I think, or something. I think he called drugs somebody that wasn't even battling. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, that was funny. No, it was somebody that wasn't battling. It was somebody that wasn't there. It was somebody that was not there. I forgot. I think Smack doing that on purpose. The funniest moment
to me when he was like, "Yeah, I got my brother such and such to the left of me," and he was like, "Yeah, I got my man's Murder Mook." Mook was like, "Man, Smack, I thought I was your brother too."
He did it again this week. He said something, man. He did it again this week. He was like, "Mook going ahead." Well, not this one. This is different. But he was like, "Mook going to do what Mook do." Why Mook get up there and say that? Like, why he say, "Wait, hold on, I want people to know that we're not about to battle right now." Like, what? We know you're not about to battle right now. He was like, "I want people to know we not about to battle." They don't know that at home. Like, that was funny.
About to battle right now. We know that at home. Like, I can't play the culture like he's stupid or something. Mook, like, come on, bro. Somebody that gullible, bro. He had me mad as like.
No, I was hot.
Cheese can't even get mad.
No, I was hot. I was like, "Yo, what is he talking about?" I was
hot when he said that. Like,
but guess what? But he said because I'm from Harlem.
That's exactly the way he be rapping. Long ass scheme. That's corny. That's how his schemes and setups be.
No, it don't.
Corny and blunt and stupid like that. That's it, dude. That shit was dry.
His setups be like, "Ooh, that first bar, that first line, and then then the second line still connected with it. Then finally the fourth line connected with it still. That's how it be.
Only
every
how
line
Mook
connect.
Gonna beat Reed. He gotta wear the weight cap all 3 rounds. That's only how he gonna beat Reed.
See, you be talking about all this stuff that don't matter. What we gonna wear? What we gonna wear? A jersey?
I don't know. Something with Philly on it.
All right. What you say? Six said in his second. You started rapping with No Vaseline was a hot diss and Easy got sick. 30 years later you battled Easy and got sick. I like that.
Easy got sick. That was crazy. I like that.
I like that. Yeah.
He had a lot of crazy ones.
Sick of his second. You were the category of guys that pass that normal prime. Hang with the young cause you don't like acting 45. Just be glad you old and die. Just be glad you old and die. Remember when you had your whole life in front of you, now it's about to flash before your eyes. That's what I'm saying. He was wilding on him. I don't know if Danny was gonna beat this. Stop screaming bar guy. You ain't the god of ish. You having problems with problems with no names. But you gonna body sick?
You know what it was?
I'm tired of this. Your record on some Islamic ish. Cause you killing rappers is a lie. Since I only see God body 5%.
By another haymaker.
Yo,
it looked like a UFC fight when the dude that's beating the H out the other dude and the ref just standing there, he won't jump in like break it up. That's what it was looking like. Like you could have chilled out sick. Like you already had the win.
No,
you could have chilled.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Because I already told you that he was barking less by the third. That's good enough. Don't do that. Because there people already don't get credit to the person that did
You know
come
what he
prepared
did?
already.
He combat. He had Danny Myers on some sing song. Just finish him. Like he just
I think
kept
the
hitting,
only
like
time
punching him. Like he just kept. He wasn't even punching him. He was haymaking him at the.
I think the only time somebody gonna come
He
at
was knocking his
somebody
head off.
and they gonna keep the same aggression if they choke on them is if somebody that they don't like. Like the closer we got to that scene that
Mm.
recently was Lux and Surf. We knew Lux was going to choke, but Lux kept that same intensity in his whole round, and it hit more when Lux said, "You still here, little N-word?" Like that hit more by the time he got to that
Yo,
point.
you just took the words out of my mouth.
It hit more.
Word, you still here?
So it's like nah, keep wild on them. Don't. But that's the thing though. When you got some camaraderie, you're not gonna keep doing that to somebody. And they had that Real Sick in them, especially Real
How
Sick
you
looked
feel
up to
about
Danny.
gun titles want to? How you feel about gun titles wanting the battle EFB?
Sick in his second.
Uh,
Oh, this was a haymaker from
no
Sick.
comment.
Yeah, no comics. You know I don't.
No comment.
You know I don't really rock with them. Um, and I like Rock more. But
Who you
you
don't
know
rock
that.
with? Oh,
I'm gonna flip
you
this
don't like
into the
Sue Surf?
Gaza Strip. This was a haymaker from Sick. I'm gonna flip this into the Gaza Strip. You launching your merch next week? I'm gonna rock your ish.
I'm gonna rock this fish.
That
That was
was
fire.
fire. That was so fire. He had another Gaza line too. He kept talking about he
I
was
didn't even
bringing
know
more
Danny was
awareness there.
about to launch no merch.
I didn't know that either. I didn't know that either. So that's another reason why that line hit too. But
That's
that
why he
hit
about
for a bunch of
to
reasons because
rock
I've been by the Gaza
it.
Strip, so it's like going through the med, going through the Red Sea, then both the goals. But yeah, that hit because I'm like, why he talking about Gaza Strip? He said, I'm gonna flip this into the Gaza Strip. He started off like that. I'm gonna give you a good Gaza Strip flip. Like you launching your merch next week. I'm a that whole thing is so fire. That's the double. That's the double. That's double central right there. That was too crazy. Oh, you let us know you launching? Oh, all right. That's crazy. That's fire to me. That was one of the best lines Sick had. He had another guy's line too. I don't think I got the other one though, but the ish I got bowed up is from a cloth that's on fire. The pun. I gave you the pun for what Six said. I don't remember the setup. This is why I like giving the setup. Cause that pun ain't really. That goes to what I said before, where people just give the pun. If y'all heard that line, I'm acknowledging that was a fire setup what he did. Um, I know you live by ground rules and this was fire. I know you live by ground rules and high values. I slap every element of hip hop out you. Ground rules and high values, hip hop. You win a lot with my city. what I heard you call what I heard you call shotgun and ain't sit right with me.
Mhm.
Keep stabbing them. Don't pull a strap. I react different because the blade will come out clean, like it went through a rehab clinic. But if I see a trigger, I'm a relapse with it.
I like that. I
They
like
this the
that.
J
That
line.
whole thing's fire.
That was fire. They notice your talent by wait, hold on. They notice your talent by an era that started off me versus Jay Ultimate Madness. Thank me off of it. You even joined the second version of the tournament that we started. I need homage for that. We followed your path. This your first known too? You might as well be part of the class.
Talking to Danny crazy.
Oh wow. Second
This
round.
this might be a
Oh my
soup.
bad, you talking. I
This
can't
might
even
be
hear
a
you.
soup.
I
I,
gotta watch
I,
your back.
I know I said it's not a gentleman's 30. This might be a super 30, bro. He went super
Do
like
you
he
do you
left this
see?
earth.
No, because I'm trying to show you why I want you to eat them words. You said Danny might have won if he would have been. Do you hear this? I'm not even. That's the second round. He can't win with this. He can, of course. Anybody can do anything, but I don't see
Yeah,
it. That's all.
he ain't give up a whole third, and he had a half second, like, and then he choked and stumbled in the first a lot too. I don't know. I ain't taking
People,
away nothing from Real Sick. Real Sick
right?
did what he had to do, man. He came in there for the overkill, man.
people build that on themselves when they be like, oh man, we know they're gonna choke, blah blah blah. I ain't gonna give no names, but we know they're gonna choke. We know they're not gonna have no third. We know they're gonna choke. We know they're not gonna be prepared, whatever. Or we know they're not gonna be whatever. We did not see this for Danny ever. For them, I thought he was on at least. I think he was gonna give some kind of third. That's the part that really baffles me. Not even admitting that you tired. The no third at all. And then he said he did have it. He just didn't want to be choppy. I really could respect that, but it just looks so bad. Dang, that's
He probably
crazy.
Gonna say that third against. He gonna say that third and use him.
Right, that's a good point. That's a good point. He's dang, there's something else I want to say about that, but yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
And
Danny his second.
Half for the second.
And half. Soon as I do this motion,
parts of the first.
Yo, stop. Soon as I do this motion,
no.
As soon as I do this motion, picture me with a movie reel and all your projection. Picture me with a movie reel. You're all projection. Your flow ain't what it used to. What you said it is. I'm messing up Danny minds, man. Not on purpose. Now that we frame by frame, I can focus on your negatives.
You can mess his lines up. He was messing them up.
That was fire. I ain't mean to mess it up though. This is another line. This is Danny's second. Mind drop. Danny's second. I got one more line. Danny's second. Look, because that's probably all I could get. Look where I could lead you to. I got a lineage to discover. That's fire right there. Look where I could lead you to. And he said, I still got a lineage to discover. That's fire. That's fire right there. He was about to go. I feel like that. I don't know where that was about to go. He choked on some line that I didn't like with it'll slide down the window leaking blood. I left the streak intact. Oh, that's another. See, Danny was talking about his streak. He choked on a line of him. He choked on a double of him talking about his streak being still intact. That's crazy right there too. Damn. Yep. Because we like to point out where the lines at where they mess up at. He was talking about I left the streak intact. This just show how much we value the choker, man. The crowd was, yeah.
You heard Nunu voice? What? And Danny was choking?
Wow. Whoa.
Rotate.
Whoa. Yeah. I apologize in advance. Nah, my third. Oh, yeah, we said that already. You might be the bar guy, but you the setup. That was fire. Yeah, that was. I thought I got the punt. I thought I had the whole thing. I don't got the whole thing, but I thought I did.
You might be the bar guy, but you the
setup Satan. That's super crazy. Danny, Danny, you really made kiddos leak. You would have had.
He gonna let 10
effing kids fight for the window seat. He gonna let Real Sikh do what?
He gonna let Real Sikh people elbow He too big to be jumping on him.
That was crazy when Real Sikh took off like that. He said, I hate when people talk about your kids because they don't talk about the ones you abandoned. You meet a new kid every event. Wow, I feel like I heard somebody say that to him before.
He said facts after that.
They had to look. He said they had to look for you. Something like that. Something like that. They had to look for you. The messages they should have to hit up Danny Myers DM initially. They shouldn't have to hit up Danny Myers DM initially. That's crazy. Points on being on a plane frequent flyer. That was fire. But see, this is why I giving a setup. All right, 3 more lines and that's it. From Sikh. Let me remind you, parenting is a constant need instead of solving when he lost his seed. All this deep thought went into bars and beats, not kids. All this deep thought went into bars and beats. Not kids, so you focus on the wrong 16. The money you gave Rex ain't no major loss, no major L. The loss is abandoning your kids. You played yourself. Could have gave them help with grades and raised them well. F12K, you should have been there. He said, this is the last time I got. Why you rap
K
about
through
grilling?
12.
Why you rap about grilling tools? Cause I don't think that it fit you. If you would have passed the tool, you would have known the impact the kick do. How the silencer had to get screwed with a mag go into. But you abandoned kids. I expect you to have attachment issues. Some shit. that was dope. I like that one. I ain't gonna say it was like that was dope. And that's it, man. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. Dare I say I look forward to seeing Real Sikh?
We'll see the rebirth of Danny soon.
You talking about something that we birthed. No, matter of fact, that's crazy. That's
He
true.
ain't die. He ain't die. The bar god ain't die.
But what does that look like? What does that look like now? Remember, Danny turned you over. Now you got turned out by Danny. Now you a Danny fan now. So what does a Phoenix Danny look like? We seen Jean Grey. What does a Phoenix Danny look like? That's crazy. You just said that.
I don't know, man. He might have lost his run as being champion. In
He's talking about champion of the year. We out, y'all. That's a good cue. Stay tuned for Mike P and Ill Will. I mean, Mike P and Ill Will. Mike P and Luke Castro. I eat on camera. He can't say nothing.
Wow.
Whoa. Wow.
You are out.
All I do is handle business in the drop top.